Hi, I'm Trisha Mitchell with RICHGIRLNetwork.tv, and we're here at the California African American Museum for the 48th District Women's History Month ceremony hosted by Assemblyman Mike Davis. The honorees tonight are Betty Yee of the California Board of Equalization, Charmaine Jefferson, Executive Director of the California African American Museum, and Executive Director Michelle Turner of the USC Black Alumni Association. Each one of these dynamic women have contributed a tremendous amount to our community at large and are great at what they do. So, with no further delay, please let's go inside and enjoy the evening's celebration of these three phenomenal women. Hi, we're here tonight with one of the honorees, Betty Yee. Hi, Betty, how are you?
Very well.
Congratulations first. Let me start by saying congratulations.
Thank you. This is a tremendous honor.
Tell me, what is it you thought when you first got the call for the award?
I really, honestly, was quite shocked because there are so many incredible women that I really stand in the shadows of. And the work that I do every day, I don't think about as being something extraordinary. In terms of my service on the State Board of Equalization for the state of California.
Right, awesome. In the work that you do,
yes.
What do you find the most rewarding about it?
The work that I do is really about tax policy, but the most rewarding part of my job, frankly, is really touching business owners and individual taxpayers throughout the state because they really are the citizens of California that make our state work with the taxes that they pay, and we really rely a lot on business owners today to be sure that our economy stays healthy.
And with our economy the way it is right now, is there anything that you have thought about that you think it would make it better for the business owner and obviously in turn make it better for the consumer?
Absolutely. We know that part of the Great Recession that we're trying to recover from had a lot to do with the collapse of the financial services market, and there are a lot of policies that really need to be established to be able to help the small business owner. I know our president back in Washington right now is trying to provide some of those incentives and support for small businesses, and frankly, since we're standing here celebrating Women's History Month, those are the types of supports that really are important, particularly for women business owners, because we know that women really contribute a lot more today to household income because they are more prominent in the workforce.
Very much so. One last question.
Yes.
Tell us something that no one knows about you and outside of what it is that you do for the state of California.
Okay. I am a native of California. This is my home state. I'm very proud of it, and just really want to be sure that the doors of opportunity continue to be open for future generations. And so I have a tremendous passion about working with youth and really being sure that the same opportunities that I had growing up here in California to immigrant parents who really were here to try to start a better life for their family, I want to be sure that every family that works hard is able to do that for their children. And so I do a lot of work with youth, particularly underrepresented, underserved youth, to be sure that they have the opportunity to go to quality higher public education institutions here in California. So I do a lot of fundraising for scholarships, and I think that's the best investment we can make in California to be sure that we have a sustainable future.
Awesome, very good. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank you.
Once again, we have Betty Yee with the Board of Equalization. Thank you, Betty, so much.
Thank you. To where we have to read about heart-wrenching events like the shooting of Trayvon Martin in Florida. This is a child who had every hope of seeing a successful future, had a supportive family, really creating the way for him to become really an upstanding young man in his community. And in his own right, all he did was just be a teenager. And I just want to, if we could all just pause for a moment of silence, and I would like to pay tribute to Trayvon. Thank you very much.
I'm here with Trudy McGee at the Women's History Month ceremony, And Trudy, how are you today?
I'm wonderful, thank you. I'm a blessed person, always. For people who know me, I'm blessed.
Amen.
Thank you.
And you're here today to partake in the ceremony as well,
Yes.
to take in the sights. And I understand that you are currently running for...
I am a candidate for State Assembly, the 59th District. Yes.
And in running for that, what would you say is most important to you?
What's mostly important to me is nurturing people. And I run a nonprofit for 14 years that helps people out of their dilemmas, hooking them up with the networking of the, let's say, agencies that involve themselves with people with red tape. But because I am born and raised here in South Central Los Angeles, and in the 70s I started with the Board of Supervisors, LA County, and moved forth in legislative and also in community service. And I have a networking team that when a person has a problem, they don't have to go through the agencies and all the red tape. I nurture people. I nurture people back to wellness. I nurture people back to health. I help people to come out of circumstances like jail, restructuring their cases. Individuals who cannot vote, they can come to me, but do you have an issue? Because you do have a voice, and I'm the voice. And one of the candidates is voice of choice, but we win by running. But I am the active voice in the community that help people.
Everything is so large, so
That's
what
right.
you want to do is come in and pick up the slack
Yes.
where they can't reach the people.
Yes, I have a one-on-one personality with people, and I'm very concerned because when you get through going through the issues and the problems and the burdens that we all have to bear, and if they do exist, they will continue to exist, how do we survive while we're going through it?
Very good. So tell me something about yourself outside of all the work that you're doing that people don't know about but still can connect with.
The youth in the South Central area, the at-risk youth, I was raised, like I said, South Central, but without family. And I learned how to type in juvenile hall, and that was because my mother abandoned me. It was not for crimes. And back in those days, you would have to go through the system, and then you would go through foster homes. And so I've been resurrected from that. The blight that you can go through, the latchy children, things of that type. But then I went, and I'm a civil service employee, you know, for 35 years. The system really aided me and educated me and brought me up. So
it does work.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me?
The system does work.
It does work. I know who they are, where they are, and how to find them for people, okay?
We need more people like you who know that.
Yes, you know, if I'm reached, I'm a social person, I'm a social network person, and I believe in hugging. So that's why I reached and hugged you, because the touching, when people give you the sign, it's okay. People need that. They need embracing. We can fight all the issues. I can look up an AB and an SB in a moment, research it, tell you what it is. But how do we survive while they're always restructuring things?
Right. Sometimes people need a hug more than they need $1.
That's right. We're rich in spirit. And that's what I do. I go and say, it's going to be okay. That what you're struggling for, someone knows how to pick up the phone and say, excuse me, why is it taking so long? And I work for so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so, and I get favor. Okay. And I use that to help people, really.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us, Trudy.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Patricia.
And I will take that hug.
Get that hug.
This is Trisha Mitchell. I'm with RICHGIRLNetwork.tv, and we're here tonight at the Women's History Month ceremony with one of the nominees, Michelle Turner. Hi, Michelle. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me, how'd you feel when you first got the call that you were being nominated?
Oh, it's an honor. I mean, for anyone just to acknowledge you, and I certainly think I live below the radar, so I mean, this is just a wonderful honor.
And living below the radar, what is it that people might not know that you do? If you could give us just a little brief.
Okay, I spend just so much of my heart and my time motivating and inspiring USC Black students because I really want to see them successfully matriculate from all of our campus programs and that type of thing on time. But underlying that, I raise money for scholarships for our students there, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of great relationship building. So I'm somewhat successful, and so we're starting to see a lot of the fruits of our labor. I have a great network of Black Trojans, that are totally behind what we're doing. So it's a matter of, just us coming together and getting it done for our kids.
And in that, especially with what the way our economy is today, would you say that you've maybe taken some steps back, or are you still right on track like a Trojan, get moving forward?
I think that really it's the question in the room right now, and I think it depends on how you look at it. I really strive to go beyond a Black demographic in terms of raising money for Black students. I think that it's a cause that if anybody is going to support higher education and the funding at a private institution, it goes beyond our demographics. So actually, in the state of California, it was a record-breaking year for philanthropy, and I'm just really trying to change the conversation and have more of that common philanthropy to be directed to Black student and Black initiatives. So,
very good. One last question. In all this work that you do, which is great for our community, we greatly appreciate that. Tell us something about yourself that no one may not know, that's just, something that you just really enjoy doing, just to kind of relate a little more with those who might be watching, young ones that might be watching.
Thank you. I think because a lot of times when people do see me, they see me speaking or they see me out in some kind of public function. I am really a private person. And that's kind of what I mean, living below the radar. I do quiet things, I garden, I bike, I just try to take care of my family. And I love that. So, but this is such an honor, and I thank Mike and everyone who's here in support of this. And I thank you.
Thank you so much for spending a few moments with us to share yourself. We greatly appreciate it, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So I've always lived without rules. I've always lived in possibility, and through it all, because back in their day, those were very, very difficult things, and I grew up with people with principle and people who saw what was right. And I think that my parents were the most incredible mentors that I had. And I think for me, it just set the foundation of what I was really supposed to do with my life, which was, turn around and show people that, you could live beyond a rule or a possibility or what someone, told you you could and couldn't do.
And tonight's other honorees are Charmaine Jefferson and Carolyn Fowler. I'm Trisha Mitchell with RichGirlNetwork.tv, and that's it for us here at CAMS for the 48th District Assemblyman Mike Davis's Women's History Month ceremony. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time. Good night.